All right. Says live on my end, or it says live in the middle of the screen, actually.
Yep.
Anyway, so hello and welcome back. Holy crap, it's been a long time. This is the College Cheese Podcast, in case you forgot, if anyone cares, which you should because we're great, even though we're not. So yeah, as always, I'm your host, Al, and people are here. It's not just me and Joe. Actually, Joe's not here. As you can see on your screen, both Aaron and Nate are here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on?
And yeah, there's some stuff we can discuss because new consoles are out and stuff is happening and people are blowing vape smoke into one of them.
Why?
To make it like they blow vape smoke in the back, and then when they turn it on, the fan makes the vape smoke like go up to make it. Oh, the Xbox, the Xbox is it's smoking already. It's trash. Yeah.
So it's funny because people are also doing the same thing they did with the trash can Mac Pro back in the day.
Oh,
because the cooling system is the same, sort of, on the Xbox that it was on the Mac Pro.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take one of those like ping pong balls, and you put it in the center while the fan's going, it'll just float there in place.
Really?
So a lot of people have been doing that now, where they're like, secret feature. It's real dumb. It's real dumb.
I have a feeling this episode's gonna be like we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna be bouncing all over the place because we haven't talked in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fine.
Or could you say we could be swinging from topic to topic?
I can't. I didn't miss this. I did not miss this.
Well, we'll see you next week. Bye. Never know.
Aaron, I saw you. So because I've been playing a lot more, I have been seeing you've been playing a certain game. Is it PS4 or PS5?
It's PS4. And
Okay.
the certain game he's probably talking about is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Clearly, we're talking about Among Us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've been playing that too.
I've seen you on Steam. Aaron is sus.
I'll tell you right now.
Well. Do you want to talk about Among Us? Because
We'll get to it.
Okay.
I mean, why not? Why not?
Sure,
save Spider-Man for later. Among Us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a much better game with voice chat as opposed to typing in the little interrogation thing.
Yeah.
Wait, Nate, are you trying to insinuate that playing Among Us with randos is just like watching people jumping on a bandwagon? Like somebody
it's super garbage.
Yeah.
You have to play Among Us with friends.
Yeah.
Or
absolutely.
At least friends of friends. Like there has to be like one person between you knowing the other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I haven't played any Among Us, but like I've watched a couple people on YouTube play it, and it's just like I've come across like two things. Like number one, I would be absolutely trash at the game because I would be suspicious all the time.
Sometimes it's the best thing.
Because it's like I was telling Joe, I said imagine one day if we were able to get the whole group of us together to play Among Us, like Denville and Eric included, right?
We possibly could.
Yeah, and it's like I would be suspicious because it's like let's say if I was the imposter or whatever and I killed Denville, I'd be laughing my ass off.
So the way
it's like he's like, what are you doing? Nothing. Denville's dead.
So, the way that it works is normally what you'll do is you'll go on like a voice chat, like use Discord, right?
Yeah.
You do push to talk that way. You only talk during
like
emergency meetings.
Okay.
Yep. So you're not gonna do it like I can hear everyone talking the entire game. Only during that, so you have time to kind of compose yourself. And
one of the people I was watching play it on YouTube, like they had voice chat on like all the time, and like I was like, that's very weird because like I was under the assumption that you were only supposed to talk during the emergency meetings.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Because it's one of those things where like if you do that, then you're talking the entire time through it. You can do these weird things where you're like, hey, come watch me do admin so you know that I'm not the imposter. And you're kind of cheating that way. So the way I've been doing it is only chat during emergency meetings.
Like, speaking of Among Us, I feel like, because I also talked about this with Joe, where it's like it was like a flash in the pan when Fall Guys was popular. And then Among Us came along, and then nobody cared about Fall Guys anymore. Did we ever talk about Fall Guys on this podcast at all? I don't think we ever did.
If we did, it was very small, very minute.
But yeah,
I can't with this guy. Just can't. But no, it was fun for like the awkward. What's that? It reminded me of the video game version of. I can't remember the name. It was on ABC, I think.
Oh, Wipeout.
Wipeout.
Yeah,
it was like the video gaming Wipeout.
Yeah, it was like Wipeout with beans. The last thing I literally heard about Fall Guys was them adding a Sonic the Hedgehog costume to Fall Guys. That's the last thing. So Sonic the Hedgehog killed Fall Guys.
There was, I think there was talk about like doing seasons, like Fortnite seasons kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they did. They got up to season 2, and that's the last time. It's like, oh, Fall Guys season 2 is coming, and then that was it.
Yeah, season.
And then I think I don't know if the guy himself said it, but I know like people were like posting fan art to the guy who made the Nier Automata, and they wanted Nier Automata costumes in Fall Guys.
I know, those outfits are super simple.
Like, who doesn't want 2 Bean?
No,
I'm just like, oh, no, nah, I'll pass. But yeah, so yeah, Among Us. I've been like, I'll log on to Steam and I'll see Aaron's on and he's playing, and I'm like, nice. That's it.
Aaron, how big of a group are you playing with? The full 10?
Yeah, full 10.
Nice.
Sometimes even more than that. We have to use like different breakout rooms for it. But I have not been making friends in that game. I'll put it to you that way.
Aaron, are you telling me that you're being a ninja in a game that's probably best suited for ninjas?
So you know that that map that has the launch pad in the hallway that's kind of comes to one straight hallway that leads up to the garden or O2, the large tree.
Yep.
So the other night, it was Saturday night. Almost stayed up to 3:00 in the morning playing with my group and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was imposter with this other person named Spam. I call myself Dr. Morg. Anyway, so we all started coming from Launchpad. I hit the lights. Everybody's crowded up. I go over, kill somebody on a 5-stack, win the game.
Oh,
nice.
Mm-hmm.
That is nice.
Yeah, because everybody kept hitting the emergency button harder than a porn star in a Hulk porno.
We had to go there. You just had to go there.
Welcome back.
Everybody was screaming at each other. People were pointing fingers, and me and my buddy were just hanging back, just like.
Yeah, I mean, I can. So there was one time where I remember playing, I think, with Ricky, and him and I were imposters, and literally it was like probably the first couple times we played.
Mm-hmm.
We go into admin. There's 2 people in admin. We both just simultaneously. It was almost like one of those Tenchu stealth kills, the co-op stealth kills. It was just like, and we're like, we gotta get out of here. We can't be in this room when there's 2 people here. But it's fun times when you have to try and make up an excuse. When you're like, yeah, so I was over in the reactor, and you're like, hopefully no one was near reactor. But you come up with a good excuse.
Yeah, normally kill a body in electrical, shut the door, and make sure you're far away from electrical as possible. Or if you want to self-report, be like, hey, oh yeah, I found the body. Where was it? And Nav, it totally wasn't electrical. It was
Nav. I don't know if anyone's come across this bug where I was literally imposter, I think it was like 6 times in a row.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it was one of those times where like, clearly, guys, my only excuse at that point, like I think it was like the 4th time, it was like, guys, there's no way that this is the 4th time I'm an imposter. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's no way. Kill everybody because everyone thinks, hey, there's no way. Yeah, Fall Guys. I mean, sorry, not Fall Guys. Among Us. So Among Us is, like I said, it's fun in groups that you know and you're talking with.
You're right.
When I first tried playing it with just regular typing out chat, I mean,
it's terrible.
It's very like surgical because no one wants to talk. Like everyone's like, who died? Body electrical. We think it's white. Okay. all right. And you wait for White's response, and White's trying to type up this long paragraph, and voting starts. So you go, I'm just going to vote for whoever voted White.
What was it, Jeff? I say that because Jeff likes to type out really long paragraphs.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyway, not because Jeff is white. That's
man.
That's the easy way.
Whoa. I got nothing.
I mean, it's not that bad. I've said worse during our Persona 5 playthrough. Some stuff that I'm like, we probably should have bleeped. But
I mean,
nothing racist. Not that bad.
I mean, worst case, you get demonetized. Oh,
I'm
wait.
not even monetized.
Exactly.
I'm not even monetized. I just got people like people I know on Twitter yelling at me like, "Why'd you make fun of what's her name for jumping off the roof?" Oh,
you made fun of that?
Well, Joe did, and I laughed at it because like we were running, like when you have to run to the courtyard for the cutscene, and Joe's just screaming, "Run! We have to catch the face plant."
Wow. Well, that only reminds me, Aaron. You watch Gantz, right? You watch Gantz, the anime?
Oh yeah, I've seen it before.
So literally, episode 1, guy gets hit by a train, his head's flying in the air, and these two like high school girls are like, "Let me get a camera picture of the head flying." Like, okay, that's what that reminds me of.
Yep.
Maybe not as severe as that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
so Miles Morales, should we dive into that one?
I've never heard of that before. Who's Miles Morales?
He's a brick.
Okay. Yeah, okay, Aaron. Of the three of us here, you're probably the bigger Spider-Man in general fan here. Am I wrong? Not wrong. Of all the Marvel characters, Spidey's probably your favorite. Am I wrong or not wrong?
I don't know, man. You sus.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I can't speak for Miles Morales. I can speak for PS4 Spider-Man playing on PS5. It's real good. I mean, it was already good, but it's real good still.
Oh, so you got the PS5?
I got the PS5. Yeah, it's downstairs. I mean,
you were able to get one.
Oh yeah. So, what was it? I think I wasn't rushing.
So hold on.
Yep.
So tomorrow or anytime this week, if you hear a loud crash like a window breaking, just go back to sleep.
It's Santa Claus.
Good luck, sir. Good luck. But no, the pre-order. I think that whole fiasco happened with like Best Buy and Walmart's pre-orders going out the day before or a couple days before it's supposed to.
A few hours. Yep.
I had signed up with Sony, so I got an email, and then it was like, "This is your window to buy one." And I was like, "All right." So then, jump in.
I didn't get the email.
Yeah, that was it.
I don't know. On a random note, before Aaron starts talking about Miles Morales, because we know she's chomping at the bit too. But I saw a tweet the other day, like this dude. It was a scalper, and he was like, fuck your feelings, and he had a whole bunch of stacks of PS5s, and he was selling them for like $1,100. Or the digital only for like 900.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude got doxxed, and I don't feel bad.
Sure.
And I don't feel bad at all. I'll just say that.
No, scalpers are terrible.
Yeah.
So there was, although I will say there was a small fraction of me that was like, I could flip this and then just like, say if I flip it for an extra 100, and then I use that money for just getting it 3 months down the road. When it's available to get.
Right.
I could just get an extra controller with it, and that's literally it. Like, I think they're $70 for the new PS4 controllers.
Mm-hmm. PS5.
So yeah, PS5 controllers. So it's one of those things where it's like you could resell it, so you can then just buy it later. But for like someone grabbing like 7 of them, for the sole purpose of reselling, that's real shitty.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that the PS5 controller doesn't work on the PS4, but it actually works on the PS3. Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Only because PS3 wouldn't need... So I know this for a weird thing, right? I have an Eero system for my Wi-Fi. The moment I booted up my PS5, it showed up as a PS4 on Eero. So like the system name is a PS4 whatever based on its network adapter. That's weird. But the only limitation for you playing this is gonna get confusing. Limitation for playing a PS4 game, a controller on PS5 is that it knows that it's a PS4 controller versus a PS5 controller. But when it comes down to it, PS3 was just USB input, and that's it. So technically, all it knows is that this is a Sony controller, and that's it. It can't read any of the advanced features on it. So it makes sense for why PS3 would work, but not PS4, because PS4 would have all that like protection in for looking for a specific controller, as opposed to anything like that.
Okay.
But what I still have to try out is the PS4 controller. I'm assuming via remote play should be able to play PS5 games, right? I'm assuming.
Maybe.
But you can't play PS5 games directly on a PS5 with a PS4 controller.
Okay.
But you can play PS4 games using a PS4 controller on a PS5.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So I have to test that later because I still have the PS4. I'm going to put it probably upstairs in the bedroom or in the office. That way I can just remote play either system to either TV. This is a second screen somewhere else. But I would assume, just like on the Vita, it would just emulate the controls as a controller. I just wouldn't get the advanced features like, rumble and whatnot.
Right.
PS5 is good though. Not gonna lie.
How's the UI for it?
Super snappy. Like
Better than the PS4?
Yeah.
Game loading.
Just doing things in general. Like, you remember coming from the PS3 to the PS4?
Mm-hmm.
How it was like, oh, this got a lot snappier, and then it just slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
This one literally like, open up PlayStation Store. It's just a tab over, and you're in the PlayStation Store. You're going through all these menus like deep. There's no searching. It's just pop. It's good, man.
That's good because PlayStation Store and PS4 is
super slow.
Super slow.
Yep. And to think that's faster than it was on 3.
Oy.
The 3 was garbage. Let me see. I'm trying to think if there's anything really standoutish for other than the gaming. I mean, setup was easy. Setup was literally just using the app to sign in and then transferring everything over.
Which one did you get, by the way? Did you get the one with the disc drive?
Nope. Digital.
Digital? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Look, all in on that digital future, man.
I would do the same thing.
The only problem, though, is that I was like, maybe I try Kingdom Hearts. Oh, wait, I bought the disc version of that. Garbage. So there's a few games where I go, oh, that's right, I bought that on a CD, like on a disc. I can't play this on this. And they told you in advance, like, digital games you bought before will carry over.
Okay.
Even the ones that, like, the PS3 to PS4 transfer games, like I had Black Flag for, I think, PS3. Mm-hmm. And then I got the $10 upgrade to PS4.
Right.
You need the disc in order to play that. So even though I have the digital license for it, I still need the disc to verify it. I can't do that on the PS5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Unless I have a disc version of the PS5.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also a weird thing going on right now where on the box it talks about 8K, which I'm assuming is for video playback.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But right now there's no 8K option. So I don't have an 8K TV, obviously, but
right.
I've seen numerous YouTubers who have the LG 8K TV. They hook it up, nothing. Like there's no option for an 8K output. So that's one thing that is like a small, like 1%ers type of thing. Other than that, yeah, like I said, super snappy. I will say that the hard drive fills up fast. So if you have that external storage that you had for the PS4, plug that in, and all your PS4 games should automatically install on the external.
Oh, okay.
And then PS5 games will obviously install on the internal.
You just have to transfer back and forth from the external for the moment. until you're able to upgrade the internal storage for
5 games, but for 4 games they can play directly on the external.
Oh,
yeah. So five PS5 games can't be played from the external drive because of the speed requirements.
right.
But for PS4 games, you can play them from the external, like you did on PS4.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty neat.
So that's one thing where, unfortunately, I had pulled my external to put into the server, so I might have to do something or I might have to get another external drive. But yeah, I mean, it's real good. But the only problem is I wasn't one of those PS4 Pro players, so I don't know which games are actually optimized for Pro. Because I think every game that's optimized for Pro automatically goes into like high performance mode on a PS5.
Wasn't Persona 5 Royal one of them that was optimized for Pro?
Oh, that'd be good to know. Let's see.
Anyway, while he's looking that up, Miles Morales, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron.
Who that is again?
The new
Come on,
Mortal
Aaron.
Kombat character.
Oh yeah.
You're the one who played it out of all of us.
So
What do you mean?
all
I
right,
put hours
so-
into
all
it.
right. Actually, this would work better if you guys ask me questions what you want to know about it. Work better that way. That way, I won't go off on tangents and stuff.
I mean, I can tell you right now that.
No questions there.
Oh, actually, I do have a question for you because I know how it's supposed to perform on PS5, and I wanted to see how it performs on PS4. And you're the perfect person to ask. So, on PS5, when you finish one of those like warehouse missions, you're inside of a building,
Yeah.
and you go to leave, is there a loading screen?
Yes.
Okay. So apparently on PS5, the loading screen is just going, oh, there's an open window. You're outside. And that's it. He just zip lines through the window, and you're outside into the city.
Yeah. Sometimes there's loading screens for different stuff. Yes.
Other than that, Into the Spider-Verse suit, the best suit ever. How is it?
it really feels like you're watching Spider-Verse, like the whole suit, animation, frame rate compared to everything else. It's like you're watching Spider-Verse. I was actually really impressed.
Yeah, so I think on PS5,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to turn that feature off. Only because unless I'm playing in, I forgot what it's called, high fidelity mode, where it's like 4K 30. Yeah, it's 4K 30 in a high fidelity mode. Because then that like choppy frame rate thing would be too off-putting if I'm playing at 60 frames without ray tracing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the whole game's super fluid, but then you're the only one thing being choppy at the time. But the suit, from what I've seen, looks amazing.
Yeah.
I heard Miles's combat is sick, like substantially sicker than. Okay, so you can talk about that then. How's that combat? Is there too much electricity? Be honest. Is it like you're playing the Shocker?
Okay. So
There's a
for
lot there, I
me-
know.
Yeah.
For me, Miles's Venom Blast abilities are a substantial exaggeration for what they are in the comics and what they are from Spider-Verse. Like, my dude, like your damage, your bioelectric output is substantially higher than what I've seen in the comics in Spider-Verse.
I mean, creative liberties, you know.
It's pretty much like, you remember Spider-Verse where he did the whole shoulder touch with Kingpin?
Mhm.
Take that times it by 10 and you got Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Listen, I saw a move which is the equivalent, I think, of Peter's just uppercut where he launches someone in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, he does that, and it's a giant shockwave, and 3 or 4 enemies go in the air.
Oh yeah,
And-
it's like Gravity Well, but just with shock powers. He'll go, psh, and everybody just like lifts up, just like, wait,
Yeah.
how is this? Wait, what?
There's like connective lightning bolts through the enemy. It's
Mhm.
it's nuts, man.
Yeah,
just-
because it's like a status effect. You hit one person, and they get like the status effect of being like shock or venom blast or stunned or whatnot.
Mhm.
And if that person hits somebody else, then they also get the status effect, which you do more damage.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Now, level progression with Miles, because I know he's supposed to be not as good as Peter. Some would argue that, but
it's a different style with.
Is it still like a level
Miles
50 cap?
No, it's more like you can max out everything at like level 19. Like his skill tree is pretty much done, except for like the last skill on each tree, which you get in New Game Plus.
So have you? I'm assuming you finished it, right?
Oh yeah, I finished the storyline. I'm not playing like a New Game Plus until I get the PS5.
Okay, I can see that.
Just for the experience. I know people that it came out Thursday, by Friday they already got a platinum.
So I've heard that it's I don't want to say substantially short, but it's shorter than 2018 Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Comparatively, did you play the DLC for the Spider-Man 2018?
So what did I do? I did the first two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I finished the last one.
It's about as long as the three DLC packs. So
was Catwoman Turf Wars? Not Catwoman. Black Cat.
Yeah, that was the first one.
So you have Turf Wars. You have that one with the Sable people.
Mm-hmm. And then Silver Lining is the last one.
So Silver Lining's a Sable then, right?
Sable comes in Act 2, and then she's there for Act 3, and then.
Okay, so then it must be Act 3 that I didn't do. Mm-hmm. So the first two, yeah.
Did you fight Hammerhead at the end when he was?
Yes, I did fight Hammerhead.
Where he was mech'd out. He was like his head, and then it was like a big mech suit.
I have to go back and see, because I was just doing kind of general story stuff.
By the way, spoilers for anybody that didn't beat the DLC for Spider-Man.
I mean, this is enough. Actually, it's not enough time. No, it's enough time. A year is enough time.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. Yeah. A year is enough time. By the way, Pete knows Doc Ock.
Yeah.
So, so I guess that's a spoiler. That's not really a spoiler.
No.
No, I was gonna say where Peter is during Miles Morales. It's not really a spoiler. You know for a fact that there's a time period where main Spider-Man's not there, but he's not dead. That's all you need to know.
It kind of makes sense where Peter's at during the game and whatnot.
So, I think we're gonna have to do like a spoiler cast type of thing another day. I'll have to go and pick it up or something. But yeah, that game looks good, man. And the improvements I've seen, not firsthand, but that I've seen on the PS5, it's pretty substantial.
Miles, compared to Peter, Miles' style feels a lot like it's almost like you're in a 90s hip hop video / rap video, the way he fights.
I mean, I was gonna say it probably feels like how the aesthetic from. Oh no, there's that 2020 suit, right?
Mm-hmm. The one with the
Daft Punk suit. Yep. There's a suit. Like I said, this isn't really spoiler because you can look it up.
Right.
There's a suit where your helmet, your mask, is essentially the Daft Punk like helmet.
Nice. And that's actually inspired by one of the covers from the comics.
Oh, is it?
Recently, yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of Easter egg stuff. I know that that like polygon looking suit. I think there's a combo where you get the Iron Spider legs that come out during it. There's also Bodega Cat, which is the most random of things.
Bodega Cat?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Spider-Man 2018 game?
No, I'm talking about Miles.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's, yeah. Okay. The
yes.
One with, yeah.
Yeah. That where you doing that
combo? I don't wear that one. No.
Where you're wearing a backpack that has a cat in it, and occasionally you're doing combos.
Oh, this cat everyone was talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here, I'll give you the.
What are you gonna drop in Slack?
Now I want to drop the link to the cover that suit was actually inspired on or of.
While he's doing that, Al, do you have any questions about PS5 or even Miles?
Nah, not really. I mean, like, because like basically, like you answered all my questions, like how like the PS5, like how does it run, load times, all that stuff. Yeah, because like I'm on the fence because like of the new consoles, I'd probably get PS5. I know a certain somebody that we all know wants me to get a Xbox Series X.
So, Al, because I've been debating this myself, I almost feel like for the PS5, it makes more sense to obviously get your options are either digital or disc.
I'd probably just get the digital one because I prefer digital media anyway.
Yeah,
because I'm lazy and I don't like taking out discs.
And you also have that good internet now, so downloading things back is not an issue.
Yeah,
I will say this too. I've noticed that I don't know if it's a PSN network's a lot faster,
okay,
or if it's just the fact that the PS5 can handle network speeds now.
Yeah.
But I was definitely downloading like all of Destiny in like it was less than a half hour.
Like, I mean, this isn't a PS5 thing. Like, this is like the new internet that we have. Like, I downloaded PSO2. So I have PSO2 on my computer. On the old internet, it just wouldn't download, and then like it just wouldn't. But now, like, I downloaded on the new internet, and it took like 45 minutes.
Yep.
I like.
so I was gonna say your new internet though is substantially faster than what you had before.
Yeah.
I remember the streaming thing was a uploading issue versus a download issue.
Right.
And now I think baseline Comcast is like 12 megs upload, I think, or something like that. 12 or 14.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have
the day that like it was like the first day it was like I think it was at like 15. It was really good. It was great.
Let me see. Right now I am.
Yeah, but I put the two links.
Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah,
they're good suits, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Miles, aside from Spidey getting like the black suit variants, Miles gets the good suits.
Yeah, and it's like good.
No, it's more or less probably I think just to fit his style. Like Miles has a certain style to him, and Pete is a little generic at times. Like I don't know, it just feels like he's a little generic at times.
Yeah.
Well, that goes the whole personality of Peter versus Miles. It's just like when Peter was at Miles's age, he could barely talk to a female, whereas Miles has a little bit more game than that.
More swag, as you might say.
Yeah, Miles has a lot more swag than Peter did.
As the kids say.
He feels like...
As the youths say.
Yeah, it feels... Miles, as a character, feels like somebody is like a big fan of the 90s and ripped him out of the 90s and polished him up to be in the 2000s. Or, you know, the time period we live in. Yeah, 2010s, yeah.
We're now the 2020s. Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, the everything about that. Actually, you know, I want to say that Miles didn't do it for me until Spider-Verse, though. Like, I knew of Miles before Spider-Verse, but I feel like he like blew up in popularity.
Oh yeah, Spider-Verse, just like Miles everywhere.
Yes, yeah.
But I still have one big problem about his character. It's not his character per se. It's the position they keep putting him in.
What do you mean?
He has really no villains outside of maybe like 2, maybe 3 characters, and you keep seeing maybe 1 or 2 of these characters in every single instance that Miles pops up in, whether it be a comic book or a game or...
You talking Prowler? I mean, it's a necessity for him.
It's a necessity. His uncle's always popping up everywhere. Spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't played the game, but it's a trope.
I mean, yeah, it's also like, well, we had to see Uncle Ben die, 3 times?
But then again, now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Tony kind of replaced Uncle Ben, but yet still died. So you get the same, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, we're gonna see Uncle Ben die again. Spider-Man 3 is when they're gonna do it.
At this point.
Tradition. They're like, guys, we haven't killed Uncle Ben yet.
Well, we have three Spider-Man coming to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, or Spider-Man 3.
Listen,
there's going to be 3 of them, so that's 3 times the Uncle Ben death.
Can I just tell you that I wish that they'd be ballsy enough to do that. Just go ahead and do it. Just go, hey, Andrew Garfield, come on in, put the suit on. We're gonna do it. It would be magic for me. It would also be magic if somehow they do the Spider-Verse tie-in and give me animated Miles in the MCU.
Oh, no. What they're doing is, and this is a big rumor, there's a casting call for somebody that fits Miles' description. So we might get an older Miles mentoring or interacting with a Tom Holland Spider-Man.
This is where the things get fuzzy, man. They're spoilers for MCU in general, because I don't know where to pinpoint this, but technically, if Miles is young during it was Homecoming.
5 year skip.
Yep. So during Homecoming, they mentioned Miles in a deleted scene.
Mm-hmm.
Given that information,
hold up. Let's mention that Donald Glover was his uncle in the movie, which also did the voice of Miles in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of meta stuff going on there.
So it's one of those things where technically, if it was a little boy, jump ahead 5 years, actually 5+ years, because whatever time between that, so 7 years, we'll say, jump 7 years, he is now a teen again. You can cast someone to be Miles for Miles' age as Miles, because I guess in his world, Spider-Man's gone because of the snap, but then he comes back. But now Spider-Man's gone because he's a war criminal. No, sorry, a terrorist.
Yeah, I see so many things so many characters they can introduce.
Yeah,
like they could do like a Kraven the Hunter's hunting Spider-Man now. After that, so
they could. I mean, then you have to introduce Kraven the Hunter, and that'd be your first interaction with Kraven is him trying to hunt down Spider-Man. But I wouldn't put it past them, because once again, they have plans on top of plans. So yeah.
I don't like how close he's attached to Tony, but because. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's no Dr. Octavius right now. Mm-hmm. There's no Doc Connors. There's no X-Men, so you can't even say like there's, in terms of smart people in the MCU, your choices are Tony Stark. And that's it.
No. Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but Doctor Strange was a smart guy who was a doctor, and then became Sorcerer Supreme, who's doing his own thing. He has nothing. He has no time for mortals.
Oh wait, he does have a lot of time because the multiverse and stuff like that. So,
well, I mean, now
they introduced the Time Stone.
So there was no, but what I should say is there was no room for him at the time. Like, the only person to choose for a mentor would be Tony Stark, because he is Iron Man. Like, in the MCU, there was no Mr. Fantastic for him to kind of cling to for science. Actually, I guess it's Hulk, but Hulk was also on the run. I don't know. We went on a tangent. We were talking about Miles Morales.
Right.
So, do you think that game timeline is worth, was it 50, I think, for the game?
I'll put it to you this way. Your first playthrough, depending on how fast you go, how many side quests you do, is probably going to be like 8 to 12 hours, which is like half of what the original story for the 2018 game was.
Al, did you play Spider-Man?
I haven't played it yet, no.
Okay. Like in general, not the new Spider-Man, but the old one too.
No.
Okay. So I'm almost wondering, what if we didn't get full Spider-Man releases? What if we got these like every 2 years? Would that be bad for you?
No, it wouldn't be bad for me, but see, what I think might happen is in the next game that we're going to get, the next Spider-Man game, I think it's going to be playing a bit of both Peter and Miles. Because I see a lot of plot threads that are in the direction they're going. And I'm not going to spoil the...
Al, can you give us a spoilers screen at some point?
Sure.
Like a flash up that, I don't know.
The switch snap?
There we go. Stop listening. Listen, or mute the audio and wait for Al to snap again. So...
And if I think what you're going to ask me... you're going to ask me, then yes, there's certain aspects of the ending of Spider-Man 2018 that gets addressed at the end of the game. And I was
going to say, so did they reference, I'm going to say it because that's not really a spoiler for this one. Actually it is, but do they reference the symbiote again?
Yes, but not in like, oh, it's sentient, but somebody is forcibly woken up from their nap. I'll put it to you that way.
So, I mean...
And there's somebody else that may or may not usually seen with only one arm talking to Norman as Norman yells.
We're in spoiler territory.
Yeah.
So Doc Connors is there as the genetic, probably expert in this field. Now, is it possible, you think, where they go, Spider-Man 2 is you playing as Spider-Man, you get the black suit, things take the turn for the worst, and the only person to stop a Spider-Man is Spider-Man, which is Miles.
Well, technically, if you think about it, the symbiotes are weak towards fire and electricity and stuff like that, so I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
I mean, and then you get the whole thing at the end. Like, you have Act 1. Pete gets the black suit. Act 2. Miles has to beat Spider-Man, and then they separate. Act 3, you can do the introducing Eddie Brock becoming Venom.
Oh, see, my problem is at the end this is once again spoilers. I'm sorry, Nate, that we're venturing down this road, but you probably already saw this coming. I'm wondering if we're going to get Harry being Green Goblin or Venom, or Norman getting Green Goblin first. You know what I mean?
Do you think they take a turn and go their own story route and do a Green Goblin Venom version of the Green Goblin?
I have no idea, but Connors was trying to warn Norman this everything seems stable, but this is kind of a little bit too soon to wake him up. And Norman's yelling at Connors, and then you see the pool drain of the green liquid. So Harry's woken up.
Okay. Things to find out in the next Spider-Man. So I know that this feels like DLC. Do you think they're going to do any kind of DLC for Miles Morales?
They could. I would like them to, because I would like to play a little bit more Miles and swing around the city. Mind you, even Miles's swing style is very different than Peter. And yes, when you're doing the whole dive like Peter does, like it's like zoomed in tunnel vision, Miles does the whole kickback like
from Spider-Verse. Yeah.
And then he crosses his legs, and then he's like texting on his phone with his back towards the ground.
So
like this dude.
I wonder if they do the other thing where in the new Spider-Man they let you play from either Spider-Man. Like, you'll have your choices of either playing as Peter or playing as Miles. I could see Insomniac doing something like that.
I could see that. Like, you'll have to play like branching stories or from different perspectives. But they'll probably about, like, force you into situations where you have to play one or the other.
Yeah. But I mean, I think they'd let you do, like, I guess during the off missions, whoever you wanted to play as, because there's 2 active Spider-Man at any given time. It'd be pretty neat.
I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line through these games, we're probably going to get other Spider characters. I'm not talking about like other non-Spider characters. I'm talking about other
You
Spider.
talking like Spider-Gwen?
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Even though or Ghost Spider, as they call her now, her book got canceled. Sadly.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't know, everyone was super excited about Spider-Gwen for a while, and then I didn't hear anything after that. So
Yeah.
I think the newness wore off on that one. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's a weird compatibility thing happening on PS5. So since launch, there are certain games that I had that moved over to PS4, and then I don't know if they came out with like a PS5 version, but now they're locked on PS4, saying that in order to play this, you have to play the PS5 version.
That's
now,
weird.
Albeit they are for free to play games, so it's not like it's a paid game that's doing that.
Okay.
But like I think I had Fortnite installed in case my nephews wanted to play. So I had that installed, just moved it over from the PS4 to the PS5. It was definitely playable, and then I don't know if they came out with the update over the weekend, but now it's locked. I had to delete it and then reinstall the PS5 version. I mean, Xbox had that solved where they have the universal game app thing.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called. But it'll download the right version of the game, the best version of the game for whatever system you have.
Right.
But I was saying before, sorry, I don't know how we got off on this tangent. The Xbox, for you, Al, because I don't know if you're playing on a 4K TV or if you're playing on the monitor you have in there.
1080p, that's it.
So the S is literally the way to go, because it's, even though you don't get, what is it? You're missing some storage, but
yeah.
I mean, as long as you're, cycling games through, doesn't matter. And then you're supposed to be able to get the same frames, but at either 1080 or 1440p. But if there's a game that says they can do 4K 60, your system should be able to do 1080p 60 or 1440p 60.
Okay.
So it's literally supposed to be exactly the same. The only difference between the S and the X is resolution.
Right.
One's built to hit 4K, one's built to hit 1080.
Okay.
That's it. So with that, I think there's their all access thing.
Yeah.
Where it's $25 for Game Pass Ultimate,
right?
Xbox Live,
yep,
and the system,
right?
Which is a crazy deal.
Crazy deal, yeah.
It's a crazy deal, and you're getting everything day one from Microsoft with Game Pass,
right?
So you technically don't have to buy like Halo when it comes out. You won't have to buy the new Gears whenever they drop that. It's a super good deal for that.
Yeah, because I just hope they do a better job with the Series S/X, because the reason why I didn't hold on to the Xbox One was there was nothing to play on it. I'm just being real. There was very little for me to play on it. All the exclusive stuff that I wanted to play. It's I could either get it on PC or it's not on Xbox. It's on PS4.
Yeah.
I was like
I said, if I was to pick up an Xbox, it would actually probably be the S.
Yep.
To be honest with you. Because what I would do is I'd have the S in the living room. That technically should give you xCloud access to it. So you'd be able to play it on the PC upstairs. Technically remotely using xCloud. And then you have Game Pass access to everything.
Okay.
So, it's a pretty good setup and a lot cheaper than, PS4 prices PS5 prices.
Right.
And
not being able to find a PS5 right now.
Oh, there's also that too. You can't really think you can find Xbox though.
Oh, Xbox. Yeah. I saw a thing. I think Game Informer tweeted out. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but the Xbox shortages will probably carry over until next year.
Yeah.
Into quarter one of next year. I'm it's not surprising.
Yeah, I don't see any of these resolving for holiday.
Right.
There might be a mystery batch that comes out around the holidays, but it's gonna be slim.
I'm curious to find out how many. Obviously, there's no way to find out, but I feel bad for all of the parents or grandparents or whatever, and their kids. They're asking for the new Xbox. It's like I want the Xbox Series X, and they'll go out and they get an Xbox One X.
Yeah, so it's definitely weird for naming conventions. Like,
Yeah,
I get what they were trying to do, and I'll see if they continue the plan later on, because there's a possibility that they do the what Apple's doing with the Apple Watches, where it's the Series 3, Series whatever. So the X, the S. We'll just see if they do like next Xbox iteration is a Series X2 or Series X, like, whatever.
it's like I'm sure like it could be easily resolved. Like like if a parent or a grandparent they go to this, I don't like my kid wants the new Xbox, and store associates would know.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's ways of wording the sentence to get the answer you want.
Right.
But I can't imagine the price. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if someone was just going into the store going, "Can I get an Xbox?" The store person might go, "Which Xbox do you want? What's the price?"
The new one.
And they're gonna go over the price. And they're gonna go, just give me the newest one. So, but with price, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're both new.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, you can't really go wrong with an S. That's what I'm thinking, at least.
Right.
The only
thing
thing
I don't have a 4K TV.
Yeah.
That's why
So it's even I have a 4K TV, but
yeah.
I'm not going. I don't care about resolution as much.
Okay.
Lately, like if the game's gonna look good regardless at 1080.
Right. It's not like these games are gonna be like 480p.
I'm gonna get some hate for that, I think, but like 4K versus 1080 gaming isn't that impressive.
No, I agree.
I
know some people who are like, if it's not 4K or if it's not like a solid 60 frames all the time, I don't touch it. I know a few people like that.
So it's like frame rates are slightly more important. I'm not one of the people who like need it to be at 60 frames or 120 frames. I would just like it to be a smooth frame rate.
Have it be consistent.
Yeah, as long as I can get over 30,
right,
and never drop below 30.
Right.
That's my dream right there.
I mean,
playing Devil May Cry non-special edition is super nice. But I can only imagine if I'm playing it unoptimized for the 5, how well that one that is optimized for the 5 will play, with Virgil especially.
Okay.
Because I've heard, I haven't experienced it myself, but I've heard that when you're using V with all of his like summons and all that jazz, the game used to choke on PS4. I mean, Joe would probably be the person to really ask about this, because I think did he play on PC or did he play on PlayStation?
I think he played on PC. He plays most of his stuff on PC.
I mean, I was going to try DOA. That's, I mean, if you guys have any games you want me to try out that you can think of, I can just re-download them.
DOA would be nice.
Yeah, DOA, yeah.
All right. I'll record a clip too.
Okay.
Because I can record clips. That's one thing too. PS5 can record clips at 4K quality, supposedly.
Jeez.
But it won't stream at 4K.
Okay.
It'll only stream max out 1080 60.
Which is still good.
Which is still good, especially for when Guilty Gear comes out, I can get banned again.
Yeah. Get put back in YouTube jail for another 6 months.
God.
Oh man, might have to get a PS5. Maybe me and Joe can do our dumb wrestling at 4K.
Hey.
I don't know.
Good luck editing that.
Yeah, I know, right? Make my computer go up. Let's see. All right, one thing I want to throw in, since because obviously like Joe would be no part of this discussion. No offense to him, but another thing that I've actually been playing games. I haven't been playing the same thing. And one thing that I played like in our hiatus was I finished Persona 4.
Congratulations!
Oh, congratulations! How'd you like it?
It's good.
I'm interested only because you came from 5 to 4.
Right.
Aaron and I came from 4 to 5.
Right.
So
I'll say this.
A
lot of the social links I didn't care for.
Okay.
I'm not even saying that because like it was weird to me that doing the social links, you don't get any perks like you do, like the confidants in 5. Like you just get the
you're just getting more story. You're just getting more story and the Persona boost. Yep.
Like it's like, oh, okay. And then it's like my gripes with the game are pretty small because like I went into it like I'm expecting like there's no way I'm gonna say this game is better than 5.
Okay, so at least you tempered your expectations for that,
Right? Because it's like if I grade Persona 4 as by itself, I'm like, it's an excellent game. I'd give it a 9, probably a 9.5, because it was very good. But yeah, the social links giving no perks, and backup party members not getting experience.
So can I tell you that
I was like,
quality? There's a lot of stuff that like happens with like quality of life stuff as you go up.
Yeah,
because like if Aaron, you played 2, 3, and 4 and 5, right? Or did you not play 2?
I played 4 and 5. 3, I watched the storyline for the playthrough for 3. So
the best explanation I can give you, Al, is kind of like going from 5 to R. Like there's that, there's quality of life improvements that are made. So literally, like you go from 3 to 4, and 4 is amazing because it's just a step up from 3, right?
Right.
And then you play from 4 to 5. You're like, man, this is amazing. It's a step up from where I was before.
Right.
So,
because go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, see, it was bad for me because I had like my backlog and stuff, and I think like what I should have done was because I played 5 vanilla 5, and then I should have played 4 golden, and then I should have played 5 royal, because I went from 5 royal back to 4.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, because I'm like, I mean, I wasn't gonna be like, where's the grappling hook?
So this? I went from the Persona 4 golden to 5.
Right.
I mean, I played back the older ones. After I played golden, I played 4. So I went that way. And golden was a Vita only thing at the time, I think. Yeah, it was Vita only. How'd you play it, actually? Oh, yeah, it came for PC, right?
It came out for PC, yeah.
Yep, came out for PC. So
playing it on keyboard, not great. I had to plug in a controller. I had to plug in a controller to play it.
It's just better sometimes,
Yeah.
Mouse and keyboard's good for certain things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Persona, man, I mean, those games, it's hard to play backwards. It's definitely better to play forwards.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, though. It was very good.
Like, I can only imagine.
Fuck the last dungeon. The new one.
So I mean, it's like every Persona though. There's always at least one dungeon towards the end.
I'm just like I got all this good equipment, and then you get to the new dungeon, the Hollow Forest, whatever, and then they're like, yeah, fuck you. You don't got any of that.
Yeah.
And then your SP gets cut in half after every fight, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, but the characters, everything's good.
Yeah. And then like I felt like a freaking idiot because like, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna be like spoilers or anything because it's Persona 4 Golden. It's an
old game. Yep.
So I'm fighting Kasumi no Okami, and then I'm like, how come I can't hit this bitch? Like, oh, you gotta use the items that you pick up that like nullify their resistance.
Oh God, I don't remember that actually.
I'm just like, oh, good thing they give you plenty of them, because I would have just sat there like an idiot. Like, am I supposed to just pass turns and like she like kill herself after a certain X amount of turns?
But I'm gonna have to. Unfortunately, I gotta go.
That's okay. I think we're close to wrapping up anyway.
Okay.
All
right.
Also, I'll say this on a closing note. Also on a Persona note. So like obviously I'm recording a long play with Joe, and Joe said something in like it shocked the hell out. It made me happy, but shocked the hell out of me because when we started recording the long play, I figured it's like, oh, like he just wanted to do it like so he could go through Futaba's palace, and that was pretty much it. But apparently he's put Persona 5 Royal in like his top 10 games, maybe top 5 of all time.
Wow.
Joe, the same Joe we're talking about?
Yeah. He's enjoying it. I'm like shocked how much he's enjoying it.
Oh man, you've converted him. Oh man. Wow, I didn't think that was coming. Wow.
Yeah.
Is there any characters he dislikes in the game so far?
He shits on a lot of them. Because like,
okay,
let's see.
That sounds like we're bringing it back in.
Yeah, because it's like obviously he loves Futaba. He's gotten very angry at Ryuji. As expected.
I can see that. Yeah. Yep.
He he doesn't like Mishima very much. I don't think. Like he
Okay.
doesn't hate Mishima, but it was shocking to me because like because there were certain confidants that I told him like you should do these, and because like I thought for sure like Futaba would be the first confidant he maxed out. The first confidant he maxed out was Sojiro.
Okay.
I'm like, okay,
Well, I can see why he would like Futaba.
that's like the reason why he wanted to play the game.
For good reason.
You know, I mean, she's second best girl. It's second's good.
I mean, first best. You know, just
It's,
this is what it is. Hang on. Where is she? There she is.
Is her arm gonna fall off again?
No. I have her in the kneeling position or the
Okay.
like.
Yeah. So, like, he literally has Futaba Protection Squad in his Twitter bio.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was shocking as hell to me. For like Joe, like admitted that like he has P5R like in his top.
It's in his
10,
top
maybe
10.
top 10, maybe top 5.
But doesn't his top 10 consist of like 3 Metal Gear games? Oh man.
It's kind of like when he played, Final Fantasy 15 and he enjoyed it. Joe, the same Joe that shits on every Final Fantasy ever.
Yeah, but 15 was real good.
I know.
15 had no reason being as good as it was.
Yeah.
For how long it was delayed and everything else, and it really started out as a Kingdom Hearts game. It's no reason.
Now we're getting 16.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical, but at the same time, I was skeptical about 15.
Not everybody likes 15 though.
Yeah, it's like I played the demo.
Who doesn't like 15?
I mean, I've seen some people on Twitter like shit on it, but people are gonna crap on anything.
Everyone's like, an open world game in my Final Fantasy?
Noctis isn't that great.
Nate's favorite character was probably Gladiolus.
No.
Ignis?
Joe,
No,
I know
main
Joe,
character.
I know Joe likes Joe.
Yeah,
likes
so
Ignis.
Iggy is he's probably like second character. Like, so it's Iggy, and then I can't remember his name, just because he looks pretty badass. I guess it's the final boss, that guy who's in the those two characters. Those are two characters I like, but gameplay wise, I mean, I prefer Noctis. I prefer Noctis, but then again, Noctis has everyone's fighting style as an option.
He has the wild card.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going by like pure like Guilty Gear character, then it would be Gladius, because I mean, let's be honest, he's the closest to Soul bad guy. Also, is he Travis or no? Is he voiced by Travis or no? Travis William.
Maybe.
No, it's not Travis. It's a gravelly voice, but it's not. It can't be Travis.
That reminds me. So like, because I know Joe doesn't like Prompto very much, and I told him that the guy who voices Prompto also voices Goro Akechi in Persona 5.
Oh, what do you say?
Well, yeah, he's like, he doesn't like Akechi anyway, so I don't like. It's not like I don't think he was like conflicted or anything. So
okay. Nope, it was not. It's Chris Parson.
Okay.
Yeah. There's actually. Oh yeah, I forgot Matt Mercer was in there.
I mean, what isn't he in nowadays?
This is true.
He's a great guy.
This is true.
He's in the new Yakuza. Don't like a dragon.
I mean, he's never gonna not have work. Let's be honest.
Pretty much.
Like
voice acting, and then Critical Role, because Critical Role is
so good, man.
It's super good. It's super good. It's like, yo, it's going mainstream now.
And it's funny that like, yeah, exactly. It's super mainstream now, but
right.
Like, I DM for my group, right?
Right.
And every person who DMs wishes they could be as good as a DM as Matt Mercer.
Yeah.
Like he's just like top tier DMs. People who play D&D games, like what to say, popular people who play D&D games,
like Vin Diesel,
just wish they could get Matt Mercer to play a game. Like, just DM one of my games and we'll be good. I think actually Vin Diesel did a one shot with Mercer.
Okay.
He did a one shot with Mercer, I think, Marisha, and maybe Travis. Yeah, they did a one shot where he was playing, I think, his witch hunter from that witch hunter movie.
Okay.
Yeah. And Kurt Girl, man, super good. And despite what people say, you can jump in anywhere and just follow. Like, you don't have to go back and go to episode 1 of campaign 1 to get everything. You know, I did it, but you don't really have to. It's too many hours of things to catch up on.
It's very time consuming.
Yes. So you're better off if you want to. They do these recaps if you wanted to watch those to get the story caught up.
Mm-hmm.
But most times, the way they do it, if they need to reference something during the random, like, people bantering between each other, like, you know, just the group talking out what's going on, you'll get your recap that you need.
Okay.
Not really necessary. They'll go like, oh, I remember him from the mines of whatever, you know, and then they'll bring up all the references they need to bring up, all that. And then if you're still lost, I mean, you'll eventually be caught up.
Yeah, he's like, you'll get found somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
all right.
So yeah, I'll start wrapping this up. Do our usual outro. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel. You can find all of our episodes at playlist, the video versions, or follow us on anchor.fm/college cheese for all of our edited audio versions. Basically, just edit. Like, I know, like, one of my friends on Twitter asked me, like, what do you edit out? And like, just any like extended silences that aren't necessary.
Like, when I'm researching who was voice acting for 15,
right?
You guys don't need that,
right? Because it's like, because a couple of friends are like, what do you like? Do you guys say a lot of bad stuff? I'm like, no. He's like, I just edit out any silence that's longer than like 5 or 6 seconds, unless it's like necessary. Like if somebody cracks a shitty joke and we just sit here in silence for like 5 seconds.
We're looking at you, Aaron. Yep.
Anyway, yeah. Also subscribe to my channel because, like, as I've mentioned before, me and Joe are doing a long play of Persona 5 Royal, and there's a lot of episodes. Like, I got 4 episodes going. I got episodes going up Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And the last episode that's gonna be going live, that's scheduled to go live, doesn't go up until like the middle of March.
Holy, you're scheduled that far out?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yep. And they're like long episodes. It's like, because that's a long play. I don't edit. Like, I think in the entire playthrough so far, I've edited out one thing because Joe got a message from a friend, and I didn't want to.
So now, are you guys doing like session play where you play for a certain amount of time and then
like we record? Yeah, we record for, like, you know, we usually do Wednesdays and either Saturdays or Sundays, and like Joe will come down and like we'll just spend the entire afternoon recording. So that's about, you know, 5-6 hours, and then I'll just cut up the episodes into like anywhere from like 45 minutes to 1 hour chunks.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so subscribe for that because it's good, and you can hear all the crappy jokes and witness joy of Joe enjoying Persona 5. Yeah.
See, now I gotta start watching it again.
It's like
start watching it again.
Never thought it would happen. Like, I figured he would like it, but he's actually enjoying it. I'm like, cool.
I'm more surprised that it's up there in his top 10. I'm wondering how far it is in his top 10. Like, 10?
He told me top 10, maybe even top 5.
Wow.
So like, I like, honestly, I mean, maybe he'll see this, but like, I predict maybe it's like, if he's saying top 10, maybe top 5, maybe 7.
Yep.
6 or 7. So
I'm now I kind of want to know what else is in his list.
Like you said,
next time I see him,
Metal Gears.
It's probably like, a bunch of Metal Gears.
It's a bunch of Metal Gears. It's
a
probably
bunch of Hideo.
Yeah,
a bunch of Hideo games. PT, one of the Resident Evil.
Devil May Cry is probably in there.
Hopefully, he picks the right one.
I don't know which one. Undertale is in there because I know he loves Undertale.
Really? That's a wide list too. Then it's a variety of games.
And then that Dust in Elysian Tale game that came out on Xbox or Live Arcade because he loves that one.
Mm-hmm,
so I just know like number one is Snake Eater. That's
okay. Yep.
That's a given.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Snake Eater.
Metal Gear 3.
Yeah, no, that was a survival. Well, The one you can eat snakes and all. You can eat like bugs and whatnot.
He's like, you can eat snakes. I'm like, I'd hope so because it's called Snake Eater.
Yeah, I literally, as I said, I was going. That's not what I meant to say. That was also one of the games where Joe's gonna correct me on this. I think you're swimming in a river or something like that, and there's like a bunch of souls of everyone you killed. It's like going past you as you're like swimming through.
The only thing I know about Snake Eater is you climb a ladder at some point and the song plays.
God, I feel like every Metal Gear has a scene where you're doing something that if you took the audio away would be the dumbest thing in the world.
The most mundane, stupid thing.
There was a Metal Gear 4 where you're going down the microwave hallway.
Yeah.
If you take out the sound and everything going on, it's just him walking through this hallway. You go,
like I saw
wow,
a scene from like Death Stranding where you're walking and then that Phil Collins song is playing. And I'm like, what?
Yep. Hideo, man. He's a guy who
he's a unique one. So
he is.
But yeah. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel because we got the Persona long play, all that stuff, and follow us on Twitter. I'll be sure to put it in the description. You know, like follow us on Twitter, our College Cheese Twitter at college_cheese. Leave us questions if you got questions or topics you want us to discuss. Leave it there because I got to start updating that Twitter more. I haven't
just post occasionally.
It's like I have it connected to my other accounts, so it's easy to access. I just forget about it. But
we're professionals, guys.
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, there's one thing too. I think Anchor supports that voice memo feature. So if you wanted to record something, you actually could record your question and upload it through that Anchor thing, and then we can play it back during this.
Okay, that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah.
We're also on iTunes and a bunch of other places. Leave us a review.
Literally, if you tell me where we're not, I can put it there.
Like, leave us a comment because I think that offer still stands that like Aaron will read it on air because he has the voice of God. We said that 6 months ago.
As not Aaron, that offer still stands. just wanted to put that out there. As not Aaron, that still stands.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll be. I don't know if we'll be back next week. Depends on news or whatever. But we'll be back at some point. As Aaron is just shaking his head. But yeah, until next time, I'm Al.
Oh, I'm Nate.
I'm Aaron.
And we'll see you again soon.
So rusty. So rusty.
Twit.
See you later. Bye.
God. End the stream.